Hey guys, what's up? Spiff King here, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this desktop background. Not this one exactly, but obviously you know what I mean. You're going to need Cinema 4D and possibly Photoshop if you want optical flares and stuff, which I'll show you how to do in another commentary or tutorial, whatever. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to do this one right here. For now, this is only using Cinema 4D. I'll show you how to get the pearlescent colors, and actually, I think in this tutorial I'll show you how to get just the glossy colors, and I'll show you in the next episode how to get the pearlescent colors. So here we are right now. This is that background, but I'm going to come over here, new, and the first things I like to do whenever I open up Cinema 4D is I take this and I line it up as so. Try to get that middle line as straight as possible, and then you click on this thingy right here, go to save, oh no, don't go to save, go to output, go to film and video, and then go to HDV, HDTV, 720 and 29.97. Go there and make sure that current frames selected, not like multiple or all frames, and then come right here and just save it as a TIFF file. I just like that one better. And then I will save it as Spiffy. So there we go. And then now it's widescreen and it's lined up good. So we're gonna line up well. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna bring up floor, and we're gonna also add in a background. And if we render this out real quick, you'll notice that the background is really sharp and not all like smooth and gorgeous. So you're gonna want to right click on floor and go Cinema 4D tags and compositing, which is the little director thingy. And then under compositing, you're going to want to go to compositing background. And now when we click on it, it's just one color, and that's how you get the smooth background. Excuse me. Next, you're going to want to add in text. So we'll go to text object, and notice mine came in perfectly aligned with the camera. Yours will usually come in from a 90-degree angle, but since I lined it up in the beginning, it's much easier to work with the text now. So I'll change this to Spiff. And then I will use the, actually I don't want to use Spiff because the P goes under and I don't like that. So I'll just do Droid. So there we go. Now we're at Droid, and we're going to come over here to, what one? Alright, this one looks pretty cute. Alright, actually you know what? Droid has its own font, so I'm going to use that. And I'll just use the one that I like out of that though, because there's a whole bunch of different versions of it. Actually, I'll use this one. Yeah, this one's sick. Alright, so let's render that out real quick. Really basic, nothing special about it. So we're going to come up, we're going to make it really thick, and then we're going to, I think that's actually it. I was going to show you guys, I'll show you guys how to round it off, even though I don't think it'll look good. You want to come over here to fillet cap, and pretty much just make the steps a whole bunch, at least 20. And the same here, make it around the same, but yeah. So there we go, now it's rounded off. Yeah, that's going to look really good for a glossy thingy, a bob, I don't even know. Alright, so now come down here to horizontal spacing and space it out to where they're not touching each other. That sounds gross. Yeah, alright, there we go. And I don't know what just happened right there, but yeah. I think this one I'll show you guys how to make sure that your text aren't under the map in the fun way. Like, there's a few ways to do this. And let me turn down the radius a little bit. Alright, well that just pretty much brought it back to normal, but you know I'm going to leave it like that because this text doesn't need to be rounded anyways, but that's how you round the round text. I don't know, I'm stupid. Anyway, see how right here these texts are all bubbly and I rounded the edges? That's how you do it. You just go to fillet cap and mess around with the steps and the radius. But as for this one, I'm going to come to floor, I'm going to add MoGraph tags, rigid body, and text MoGraph tags, rigid body. And I'm going to put it up in the sky, and then if we play through it, once it hits the ground, Boom. Look at that. That looks so sick. Alright. Yep. Now we just need to add in a color. Droid's color is blue, so come up and change the color to blue and come down to reflection and turn down the reflection and go to texture. Fesnel. I don't know how to say that. But anyways, and that adds a gradient kind of overlay to it. Drop that on there, and there we go. It's kind of overpowering though, but that's how you get the glossy text. Now I'm going to show you guys how to get the pearlescent text. I know I said that I was going to do that in another commentary, but I'm not. So go click on File under Materials, go to Shader, and go to Nuki. And it might come up with this blue one, it might come up with a white one, but whatever, I'll show you guys how to change it. Go to Diffuse A and change that to white, and right there you can see the little blue in there, and then go down to Spectral something 3 and change that to whatever color you want. So there you go. And now just drop it on your text, render it out, and it's not as strong as I wanted it to be, so I'm actually going to make it a lighter. There we go. And then now we need to add in a light. I'm going to leave it like that, I think. Yeah, it looks really nice. Kind of don't like how reflective it is. Hold up, just messing around with some settings. Hold your horses. Alright, I don't really like how much you can see the other letters on there. But, alright, nonetheless, I'm going to continue. Did that even make sense? I don't even know how to use vocabulary. I'm going to add in this shape, because this shape is sick. And don't even try to ask me what it is, because I don't know, I don't read things. I want it over here. And then I'm going to turn down the size a little bit. So there we go. Make sure that's sitting on the floor and not above it or in it. There we go. And now, there we go. We got our text, we have our lighting, and we have no shadows, and it just looks like the letters are floating in some gray world. So we're going to come up and go to Render Settings, Effects, Ambient Inclusion. And I like to just leave the settings the same, because when I try to change them, I end up making it look like shit. So I'm just going to leave them the same. It will take a little bit longer to render out. As you can see, it doesn't render out instantly anymore, but it's totally worth it. Unless you have a super slow computer, then maybe it's not worth it. But it makes your text look very professional, very glossy, very sexy, and it gives it a good shadow. And yeah, pretty much all this does is it goes into like the corners of your text and adds in a gradient type of effect, like on all your layers, all your text. I don't even know what I'm saying. It goes in and it makes it nice, and it makes it look realistic. It adds gradient, shadow, everything, if that makes sense. I don't even know if it does or not. So look at those pretty shadows, like right here under the O. Looks so pretty. Okay, I'm going to speed this up while it finishes. Or I'll just pause it. How about that?